This is Media Beat on Mediabistro.com. I'm Danya Blaze. We're joined today by Touré. Great conversation on and off camera. Hopefully we can include all this in the final clip.
Not the off camera stuff. That was extra spicy.
It was. I won't tell them everything we discussed.
Don't tell me anything. It was off camera.
But Touré, you one thing that you're very well known for, and that is being a journalist, particularly in the music and entertainment space. You've written cover stories for everyone from Vibe to Rolling Stone.
No cover stories for Vibe.
You haven't? I thought you did.
Never.
Okay.
I've done lots for Rolling Stone, which I'm really proud to be part of that fraternity and that history.
But you have done features for Vibe.
I have done done many stories for Vibe. I just did a story for Vibe about Amy Winehouse, and it was one of these crazy situations. The editor, Eric Parker, got at me at like 6 p.m. on Sunday, and Amy had died that morning. And he says, "Can you write us, a post-mortem thing about Amy?" I'm like, "Sure, I'm putting the kids to bed. Can I get it to you tomorrow afternoon?" No. We're going to bed tonight. We need it by 9.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, okay. I got 2.5 hours at this point to figure out what I want to say, outline it, structure it, and then actually execute it. And we don't usually write 2,000 words in 2 hours or so. I tend to be kind of quick and to kind of know what I want to say early, but then I like to have a lot of time to tinker and build, and I said this, that makes me think of this, so then I can build out this way, and so you don't have time for that, but you just try to compress the process and just jam on it for 2 hours and get it out the door.
So you said with the Amy Winehouse thing, you just got a call. So are you at that point now? I think that's where every writer aspires to be, is that you are just putting your kids to bed and you get a call for an assignment. Do you still have to pitch anymore? Or
I pitch a lot.
You do?
I do. I mean, I want to let people know, generally, I want to work for you, I want to work with you, I want to do stuff, like keep me in mind. So just that sort of general selling yourself. And then I'll push on specific things. I'm really into X rapper. I think he's really great or she's really great. So think about me if you want to do something big on them. I think you should be thinking about doing something big on them. Definitely thinking about what can I do for you. And even if your pitches are not accepted, you are rapping on the door and pitching things and saying, hey, what about me for this? What about me for that? And even if those 2, 3, 5 things are rejected, you are top of mind for that editor, or in there. And maybe the editor will say, well, no to those things, but this fits for you, so why don't you do that?
What are your tips, or what's the key to getting a good interview from a high-profile person?
Like to be conversational and just flow with them. I have an idea of the questions that I want to ask, but I really think about it in terms of question clusters, or really in terms of just themes. I want to talk about your album. I want to talk about the villain that you have who was the executive from your previous label. I want to talk about what it means to be a California rapper or a Miami rapper or a New York rapper or what have you. And that way we can have a more rolling, flowing conversation. I also want to make sure that I'm listening to you, right? So that I'm hearing kind of what you're wanting to talk about, so that when you start to ramble a little bit, what you're actually telling me is, this is something that I would like to talk about. One
artist that you interviewed, which this interview, on BET, R.Kelly, that was like watching, a 10-car pileup, like at one time.
Do you like teenage girls?
When you say teenage, how old are we talking?
Girls who are teenagers.
19?
19 and younger.
I have some 19-year-old friends.
What were you thinking during that interview? Because it seemed like every question you asked R. Kelly, he asked you to define it.
It was about being a cat burglar and not letting him know that he played himself. And even though I made that face, what I'm thinking is, don't make a face. Don't let him see that he just said something really stupid. Because if I give it away, then he's going to know, and then he's going to change his tone, or he's going to leave, or something. And the small face that I made was even in me trying consciously to say, don't make a face. So it was just constantly to not let him know what he was doing and what he was saying was crazy.
Touré, it's been great speaking with you.
Nice speaking with you.
Thank you so much for coming. Make sure you go out and get the book, Who's Afraid of Post-Blackness, by Touré, author, Twitter beast, writer. Dad, husband, New Yorker, everything. Go get it. In stores now. This has been Media Beat on Mediabistro.com.